Hi everyone.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another Live at Lunch.
Live at Lunch.
This is the Wednesday show.
The Wednesday show.
I'm Becca. I'm the outreach coordinator, JV outreach coordinator at the WCA. And this is...
I'm Olivia. I'm the prevention coordinator at the WCA.
Which you probably already know because we've been doing these for quite a while. So
but
I think we'll stop introducing ourselves.
But what if people are new?
If
Welcome
you're new,
to the new people.
Welcome to our new
Potential
viewers.
new viewers. You never know.
Yeah. So we will start off this show just by reminding everyone that WCA is still open. Our services are still available for anyone who might need them. If you or someone you know might need help with either domestic violence services or sexual assault services, you can call the WCA's hotline. It's a 24-hour hotline, 208-343-7025. Or if it's not safe for you to make the call or you'd rather come in person, you can visit the Crisis Center downtown in downtown Boise at 720 West Washington Street. And our court advocates are there. They can help anyone with petitions or anything else that they may need, and all our services are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've even started going back into the office. Yesterday was our first day back in there. We lasted a whopping 6 hours.
6 hours.
6 hours. It's a lot different being in the office than being at home, but that's 6 hours. We did it.
We did. And we'll
tomorrow.
be back in tomorrow.
Tomorrow
yeah.
we aim for 8.
Tomorrow we aim for the full 8. Yeah,
Full
it's
8.
weird how much 2 months and like everything has changed.
Yeah,
the way
I
it
think
feels.
the biggest thing for me was not being able to like get up and go for a walk or go like do a quick something like laundry or something like that in the house, or like packing a lunch was also very weird.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's been weird. But happy to be,
getting a little sense of normalcy back.
Yeah. So we are finishing up Mental Health Awareness Month today. Next month we'll move into June. So this whole month we've been talking about ways you can take little breaks or how you can care for your mental health and the people that you're living with or working with and check in with them. So today we're going to talk about how to support a friend, how to maybe notice some signs that a friend might be not doing so well. And then we're going to do a short little craft that's super easy, but that'll hopefully lighten the mood.
Leave us on a high note.
Leave us on a high note.
So I got these from the National Alliance on Mental Illness. They have a website. It's great. These are just some signs, how to know if you're having a friend that's struggling with their mental health right now, because sometimes it can be really difficult to tell. So these are just a few things to look out for. And everyone will be different. People might have different signs that could be red flags that they're experiencing something, but these are some key ones to look out for. So the first is withdrawing from social situations for more than 2 weeks. If it's someone that's just having an off week and they don't want to hang out with too many people, that's different. But if someone's consistently missing social events or avoiding hanging out with friends or family.
Speaking of laundry.
Sorry, that's my laundry.
You heard that buzzer.
Wow,
Such
that
a
was
buzzer.
loud. But yeah, so looking out for if a friend is avoiding social interactions or situations and things like that, and kind of withdrawing from a support system. Another one would be extreme, out of control, risk-taking behavior. So if someone starts driving really fast or, oh my gosh, I'm getting crazy phone calls are happening. I'm getting all these phone calls from Massachusetts today and I don't know why.
Popular lady.
They're all
The
scams.
laundry,
The scams are all coming for me now. So a risk-taking behavior to an extreme. So especially, if they're in a car and driving really fast. I don't know if I can think of any others right now.
Yeah, if they start doing things like drinking excessively or drugs.
Maybe they decide to take up
like
cliff jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, some risk-taking behavior. Sudden, overwhelming fear for no reason. So if you notice that your friend is becoming really fearful of things, that could be fearful of, like social anxiety and social fears, or it could be fears of things that are out of the blue, like, I don't know, fears of sharks or the world ending, or...
Yeah. I think even if your fear is just like unmanageable, being alone forever, or like your fear can sometimes just come off like anxiety. But if it's like, these things with the pandemic and everything else that we're seeing and experiencing right now is causing them to be debilitated, I think that's a really strong indicator that they might need some help.
Yeah. Also an increase in anxiety too. I mean, I know that that's pretty common with a lot of people right now, but it's still something to check in on. Oh, hi Becca and Chris.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so the next one is a drastic change in weight gain or weight loss. That can be an indication that someone's struggling with their mental health as well. Drastic changes in behavior, personality, or sleeping habits. That might be a tough one to tell with a friend, but if you have a friend that's continually texting you like at very odd hours of the night or the morning, or you're noticing that their like social media activity is really off, you might want to check in with them and just see what's up, what's going on. Maybe they're struggling with sleeping because of something else and they might need a friend's help. And then the last one that I have is difficulty concentrating or staying still. That is another indication that someone might be struggling with their mental health. So if you notice these things happening in a friend or a family member or potentially a coworker, Becca is going to tell you some things that you can do.
Yeah, I also did not come up with these. These are from the National Health something. I will put the link in below. But yeah, because I just forgot.
Link to follow.
Yeah, link to follow. We also put any resources that we think of or talk about in the comments so that everyone can access them. But so yeah, like Liv said, if you're recognizing any of these things in a friend or someone you live with or someone you work with, there's some things you can do without being a mental health professional to help them in that situation. But it is important to recognize that if you are not a mental health professional, it's perfectly okay to say, I don't feel qualified to help you with this. I think you need to seek some...
In fact, we encourage it.
Yeah, really.
It is no one's responsibility that is not a mental health professional to maintain the mental health of their friends or family members. You fully need to rely on the support of those in charge. But you can be the link that connects them.
Yeah, it's really... If someone is experiencing this, I think it can be... There's still a little bit of stigma attached to seeking professional help or guidance. Yeah. So being that person who's like, no, this is totally normal, I think these are some resources that might help you is really helpful. So some things you can do, getting into it. Practice active listening, which seems really basic, but just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Active listening is just when if you are emotionally and mentally ready to help someone in this way, it's about putting aside anything else that you're thinking about or anything else you may be working on and being fully present with that person. So making eye contact, showing body language that shows that you are interested and you're invested in what they're saying. So like we just did. See, we're just showing you.
We're so good.
We're so good at this. So active listening. And then secondly, don't compare. So I think there's a lot of temptation to be like, oh my gosh, you're feeling this way. I felt this way when this and this and this happened. And that is okay to share your experience, to say, I have also experienced what you're feeling. But if you're going to say, the example they gave on this website is like, if someone's saying, oh, I went through a breakup recently and I'm feeling kind of low, don't be like, oh my gosh, my divorce was so much harder. Like, you have no idea. Like, oh, you think that's hard? Wait till you hear about my sad story. Don't compare. You can say, I understand how you're feeling. These are some things that may have helped me if they want that. But always make sure you're asking them if they want advice or if they just want a listening ear. Thirdly, ask what you can do. So don't assume that you know what's best for that person. You can say, is there anything I can do for you? And sometimes, some people I feel that it's uncomfortable to ask for help. So if you recognize this about a person,
I feel like this is about me.
It is directed towards you. It is directed towards you. You can say, how about I do this? Or how about we can do this? Offer some suggestions, and they may or may not, and it's up to them. They may or may not accept. So yeah, ask what you can do, and if you feel like they're not comfortable saying what they are comfortable with, then you can offer some suggestions. Keep your word. If someone is going through a hard time and they're feeling kind of isolated or having anxiety or going through depression, that is a time where they'll feel super lonely and maybe not trust everyone or feel like they can really depend on anyone and they have to do it themselves. So if you say you're going to do something for a person, it's really important to follow through during this time. Don't judge. So sometimes when people are going through mental health crises or periods of these mental health issues, it can be because of something that happened or something that they did and something that they're not super proud of, something like that. So if you're listening to this, make sure you're not judging or putting any of your biases on them. You can offer to join them for errands. So if they're feeling low, it's really hard to like get up sometimes and get stuff done. So if you know that there's something that is on their to-do list that they're having trouble doing, you can be like, hey, why don't we do this together? Why don't we go grocery shopping together or do whatever?
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then finally, like we were saying earlier, know when more serious help is needed. It's really important. So if they're threatening self-harm or threatening suicide, this is even one of the red flags we talk about with domestic abuse.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're threatening suicide, that is not up to you to try to keep them alive. Obviously, you want them to stay alive, but it's not your duty to try to figure out ways to make them not commit these harmful things.
Mm-hmm.
You're not qualified to do that if you're not a medical health professional. I don't know who's watching, but we are not qualified. I'm not qualified to help anyone or save anyone from doing that. So it's very important to know resources that you can offer them. And yeah, we will put those in the comments below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi. Awesome. So we have a little uplifting activity after talking about mental health and helping a friend that can struggle that will hopefully instill some hope. So Becca thought of this one. If you want to introduce it. No one can really see our stage. Should I try to lift it?
I'll do this.
Oh. The stage rises. Oh,
there we go.
Didn't realize the legs would be in it today. Just be like a hand show. I didn't paint my nails either. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone, for my appearance.
Yes.
All right. So we're just gonna
squat.
So I saw this online. There's this woman. She makes birds of hope, like little felt birds. She doesn't really write anything on them. She just makes them to remind her that there is hope, and she makes little chains and hangs them around her house. So what we're gonna do, because I'm not that crafty or artistic or capable, we are just gonna make chains of hope and write on them things that we're hopeful for, and then hang them in our house. Maybe we'll hang them behind our little sign here. But
the
yeah.
Wednesday show.
The Wednesday show.
We need a ditty. If anyone
we need a ditty.
makes up a jingle,
yeah.
I don't know what the prize will be because we don't really have much, but something if you come up with a jingle for us.
A spotlight on our show outside. Anyway,
materials that you'll need.
Materials that you need. Some construction paper.
Cut into these lovely strips.
We've already cut ours.
Becca, nice job.
Thank you.
Some assorted pens, pencils, and writing utensils.
What is Chris saying?
I think she just put the suicide virgin hotline. And a stapler or some tape.
Yeah.
Oh, Tracy said she'll come up with a theme song. Tracy, you
yes,
better.
Tracy.
Yes. All right. I won't pick your pen for you. I'll let you.
Thank you.
You can choose your own destiny.
Sharpie.
Choose your own destiny.
Okay.
Are you? Oh yeah. I was gonna say my thighs are kind of on fire.
I know. It's really sad.
All right. So things that we're hopeful for in the future, or looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the goats tonight.
Oh my god!
Yeah, one of the FJVs is having us over to her house, a former JV who used to do the Jesuit Volunteer Corps and live in this house, lives in Boise and has goats, and she's having us over to meet her goats tonight, which is very exciting. It's been in the works for a few weeks now, so...
Yeah, we're really excited to see those goats. I am excited for...
That's like the very near future.
That is the very near future, which is awesome. I am excited for, whenever it's safe, going and sitting in a restaurant. I'm excited for that. Eating at a restaurant.
Yeah, people are doing that now, but I don't know if we are personally there yet.
Yeah.
That's our personal journey.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you have to loop this through and staple it, don't you?
How do you spell rest every time? Restaurant?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job. Is that really... You can write fluidly backwards, but you can't spell restaurant.
Sometimes I get the AU and the A placement mixed up.
All right, it happens. Will you have a dance party to the theme song at the end of your show? You know what, Chris? If you say dance, we dance. If you say jump, we jump.
Absolutely.
I'm also looking forward to the day when whoa, this pen is funky. There's like two sides. To the day when I can go home and see my family back in Boston. I was supposed to go for my younger brother's graduation, and my older brother was going to be home for his birthday. But that didn't get to happen, so I'm really excited for the day that we can all be together again.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Reunion.
Heidi, lovely Heidi says, something I'm excited for. I'm excited for my first jump in the water with all this hot weather coming.
Yes, Heidi. If you want to come to the beach and sit far apart from us, let us know. We're going Friday. That's our work warning. We won't be at work on Friday.
Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. Oh, you putting yours on the inside or the outside? Should it be a secret hope? Or I want mine to be
either. Do it.
I want an outward facing hope.
I'm writing jumping in the water.
Yes.
In the water. Alright. So one more each.
One more each. This pen is so funky, I can't get over it. Something I'm looking forward to. I am hopeful for and looking forward to this next chapter. Our year here ends in 2 months, and then it's kind of unknown what's going to happen for the both of us. But I'm still hopeful and excited to see what that next chapter holds. So
it is exciting.
What's next?
A new adventure. Just write the question.
I'm hopeful for what's next, exclamation.
Nice.
Not question, because that seems dubious.
Oh, Heidi says Heidi is full of hope for her plans. That's wonderful.
Heidi, that'll be lovely.
For your plans. I am hopeful for. Oh, none of mine are very serious. I'm hopeful for.
I don't think everything needs to be like
deep,
doomsday serious.
I am hopeful for not getting sunburnt again. No more sunburn.
I believe in you. I'll be your sunscreen protector. Keeper of the sunscreens.
Yeah, we laid outside for a bit, and I misjudged my sunscreen timing.
Becca was convinced that there's this thing called the scratch test, where if you scratch, she's like, if I scratch myself, I'll know if it's burning or not. But the
scratch it hurts more if you're burnt.
The scratch test has failed her. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
I
got quite a bit burned.
Yeah. So this is our little chain of hope. It's small, but we can keep adding to it. Maybe we'll have our roommate add some things on here later. But yeah, it's something that you can do at home, and when those things happen that you're hopeful for, you can take that chain off, and that's also kind of exciting. Heidi just said, Kiska dug the majority of them up one day after. She's just trying to motivate you to become an even better planter. Gardener? I don't really know the words. But thanks for joining us today. We hope that you got something out of it. If you make these little chains, let us know. Let us know how it goes. Or in the comments, let us know what you're hopeful or excited for in the future. We'd love to hear.
Oh, yeah. And like all awareness months, mental health awareness doesn't just stop at the end of May. This is just a time where we can focus more on it and bring more attention to it. But we should be caring for our mental health all year round, of course.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy this warm weather.
Yeah.